collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Read, recorded in March 2023. I am your reader, fellow Virgo Sun sign, Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal for short. They're my initials, by the way. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. Going to be 25 years in service May 1st at the time of this timeless recording. I am also the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a Kindle version available, and there is a link in the description box. If you would like to preview a good chunk of it for free, you certainly can. Some of the prayers, practices, and principles that have helped me as a president of Drawing the Circle Productions and a Professional Witch for 25 plus years. For sure, Z's. It's a good book. Check it out. It's broken down into chakra chapters. Fitting for the reading we're about to dive into here. And if you are down in my description box, so I do recommend my Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle. Best career move I ever made as a Virgo. So much creative control, no algorithms, no logarithms, just the rhythm of my heart, putting out stuff for all of my subscribers. Right now, at the time of this timeless recording, I have 8 levels of subscription: Seeker, Human, Hero, Angel, Witch, Immortal, Mystic, and God Goddess, which is the top tier that gets everything. All of my subscribers, regardless of subscription, get a couple of things. Number one, they get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube, and I got a lot of them there. All of my extended readings are timeless, and they're all pretty much relationship-based. I know. As well as they get me every single morning. I haven't missed a day in a really long time with a daily check-in. They can chat with me with an unlisted YouTube live stream link if they so choose. Watch it back later. If they can't make it at the time of the daily check-in, we talk about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little meditation, a little spell, a little something, something to send us on our way. And it's my favorite way to start the day. And yeah, I dig that rhymes. And a lot of cool stuff. They might add a free subscription button, in which case I would I don't know what I'll call them, my freebies. That seems weird. I would give them the daily check-in. So we'll see what happens. Watch this space, because I'm loving it. And I think you would dig it. And you don't got to wait for the free button if you don't want. Just click the link, check out the menu, and come Patreon on Patreon. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, Virgo power. But you can just call me Mal. Let's get down to work. Busy day, busy day here at Drawing the Circle. So I'm glad to shift from administration to divination, but first we got to get through some explanation. We are doing a 10-card chakra spread based on the work of Caroline Myss, M-Y-S-S. She is a PhD in her book, Anatomy of the Spirit. Brilliant, life-changing work for me, for sure. All of her work has always made a huge impact in my life. So we're going to be breaking this down into 3 levels of power with the chakras, with some other fun friends along the way. We're going to start off with the lower 3 chakras using the Mythic Tarot for your first level of power. Your survival, intuition, your relationships in the physical world, the yang, the dynamic, perhaps you from the outside looking in at yourself, right, like in a mirror, or you from the inside looking out at different people, places, and things that you have relationships, including your relationship to yourself in the world. Then we're going to take 4 Daughters of the Moon Tarot to get the second level of power. Heart, third eye, crown chakras, the internal world, the feminine energy, the goddess energy. You kind of get that vibe. And then we will get a dominant chakra, a dominant archetype for the 8th chakra using the Caroline Myss archetype cards to help you see what the alchemy is, the shadow work involved, how to shift from shadow to light, lead to gold, paint to peace, developing these soul powers that are in our soul contracts, or book sacred contracts. No joke, life-changing for me. So once we get those cards, we are using the 8 chakra system, right, including I call it the 8th chakra, you call it what you like. Then we'll get you a Macon healing mantra, help align it and heal it as you go. And your last card down, I should say our last card down, me being a Virgo, will be a chakra reading card by Rachel Sharman, Rockpool Publishing, to give you a little extra clue, and it comes with an affirmation. So you're getting a mantra and an affirmation with these reads, and they are general reads. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other signs. I know for myself, my Pisces moon tends to hit more of my second chakra, my sacrum and my heart chakra, right? Leo rising that I am, definitely solar plexus seems to make sense when I watch those reads that I do myself, right? So, you know, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs and cross-watchers. You're going to get some information about who you are cross-watching for so that you can have some understanding, some sympathy, some insight, and hopefully some empathy for the Virgos. But if you take this mantra and this affirmation and start integrating it into your own energy field, you will be aligning something, you will be healing something, and you will be helping the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs do the same through holographic unity. And that includes me. So I am here to do the best that I can to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace so that we can all come into a better alignment, alchemize from leaded timelines, toxic timelines, to healthier golden timelines, which just can help everything on the planet and who knows, maybe beyond. My tinfoil hat is in the cleaners, so I'm not sure. So both feet on the floor if you can. Let's keep it fun, folks. Focus on your breath, if you will. Hey, Malenka. I have to get it out of the way. I love you. And I will do my best to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace to help us bring this into alignment, because we are 6th house Virgos, health and occupation, and we can certainly be occupied with our health. So let's get up to it. The shift from explanation, which I gotta do, to the divination, which I was born to do, happens in the still point. So watch my energy field if you like. This is fun. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Here we go. Using the mythic tarot, I call to my gods of earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the north, beloved gods of mutable, ever-changing, ever-shifting earth like the sands of time. Please, 3 cards face down, lower 3 chakra dynamic for the Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video drawn to this reading. What's going on in the 8th chakra? I'll say that we need to know about, right? Tribal dynamics, relationships with the physical world, our physical body, right? All that root chakra-ish kind of stuff. Oh, and I fell face down. Good. Don't know what that is. 2nd chakra, sacral chakra, money, sex, power, one-on-one relationships with other people and things. What's going on there? It's very much our chakra. Virgos ruled by the intestine, 2nd chakra. Solar plexus, our personal power, our honor code, our boundaries, our relationship to ourself in the world, right? Our personality, what we will, what we want, what we do, what we don't. What's going on there in the plexus solaire? And let's just jump right over and get the heart, third eye crown. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the north, please, 4 cards face down, heart, third eye crown dynamic, internal, yinternal, for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. We've seen a lot of repeat cards in these spreads, so I'm really taking the time. Leave the right cards in my hand. What's going on? Heart chakra, emotional power for the Virgos. Throat chakra, willpower, choices, decisions, spit, swallow, or chew. Third eye, mental power, ajna, Sanskrit for servant. We are the servants of the zodiac, but man, the third eye's got to be a servant. It's not a good gig when it's the master, so what do we need going on there? And what's going on in our crown chakra? 1,000-petaled lotus, spiritual power like a satellite dish. How many of them petals are open? And this next one we will turn over and then work our way back down. I like to build from the root up and read from the 8th down. I am a Virgo. Needs to be a little bit more symmetrical. Thank you. Caroline Myss archetype cards. Now these are tricky. There are 9 different families and groups. So you can have an archetypal pattern you're dealing with for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So let's see what this is about. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. as I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. What is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra? Sending down the codes, the messages, the signals, shifting the electromagnetic fields of all of the chakras so we can attract and repel all that we need to attract and repel, to no longer delay that which cannot be prevented, to alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, our toxic to healthy, 3 atoms in between lead and gold, sifting, sorting that out. What do we need? What's going on in this Timeless Chakra Read? Ooh, the angel archetype. It's my middle name. Divine family archetype. The word angel means messenger of life or messenger of light. Angel, E-L in Hebrew, means God. Again, translations may depend on who you've read and where you're coming from. So you think, oh, right, I did it. Oh, angel. That's the light side of it. As lovely as an archetype sounds is in the light, is toxic as it is in the shadow, the lead, and vice versa. Like the vampire archetype is horrible in the lead, but it's like the vampire slayer in the light. So divine family archetype, the shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. Oh, how dare you suggest such a thing? I am pure as the driven snow in New York. Falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Now, I have come across that in my career, but I know better than to try and pull that. So, yeah, Archangel Michael says you're a DB. It's not the message coming through. The light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. Do you feel seen, Virgos? Do you? You should, because that's sort of our gig, right? We are the virgins, right? Which, you know, has nothing to do with sexuality, ultimately. It has to do with self-ownership, sovereignty, like virgin land, right? Virgin olive oil, pressed, not heated, right? No chemical additives, right? So look, the angels, it's interestingly enough, I have it in seasons, even though it's my middle name. But it's very, very powerful. And, you know, what if light is truth, then a messenger of truth is tricky in this world, if you may have noticed. So let's look. What's going on in the crown chakra, the satellite dish? Ooh, a court card, and not just any court card, the Pisces card, the Maiden of Cups, Mamiwatu. Mutable water to our mutable earth is an opposition, or opposite signs in the zodiac. So we are talking something mystical here. The collective unconscious, the 12th house, how really we divide the oceans, but there's only one ocean, right? Mutable water, definitely this can be emotional. In traditional tarot, however, Rider-Waite based, that would be the Knight of Cups. All the mutable signs are the knights, right? They're on horseback. So, a seahorseback, one would think for the Pisces. So, you know, feel what's going on in your crown. If you've ever had a real crown chakra moment where you feel, I don't know, the divine love of it all coming down, the crown chakra does not process words. That's the third eye, right? So it's the satellite dish that can have this experience that can be very, very moving and very, very mystical, meaning that there's mystery involved. Third eye should be interesting. 3 of flames, 3 of wands. I see you, Sabby. Sorry, feline intervention might be incoming any second. I gotta keep my eye on him. The 3 of flames, the 3 of wands. The key word written on the card is loyalty. So, thinking about what your loyalty systems are, your priorities, right? Where you spend your time. Yes, lighting a candle in the window, what you're willing to wait for, waiting for your ships to come in, all of that. But with the angel, is this loyalty to truth? Right? We don't know the whole truth. If we knew the whole truth all the time, we'd be dribbling idiots. I mean, one experience of divine love, even for a hot New York second, which is apparently shorter than all the rest of the seconds everywhere else, can really, if you don't have the interior structure for that, it's a meltdown, right? You start going mad. To me, there's a difference between insane, which is a psychological term, Not the best one, obviously. And madness and mysticism go hand in hand for a bit, because you start seeing things that other people cannot cognize and are very hard to put into words. So prioritizing. Wonderful book, by the way. It usually flashes in my head when I see this card. In the Meantime by Ian Van Zandt talks about how we are trained in this world. Here's what works: your loyalty structure, your priorities, the divine first. I'm putting these in my words: divine first, then me, then friends and family, then work. Think about it, right? That really is a set of priorities that one builds upon the other, because you're drawing down, right? But what we're taught is, well, first work, then friends and family, then, you know, I got to take care of myself, and now I lay me down to sleep. It's a little late in the day, right? So with the third eye and with the angel archetype here, man, you got to kind of look at, what is your loyalty to truth? Are you willing to see past things, or are you waiting for truth or thinking about loyalty? Throat chakra. Ooh, throat chakra. Major Arcana card of Temperance. Temperance is an alchemical term, big time. Like tempering metal, it takes heat, it takes time, and it takes pressure. You watch on YouTube like renovations where they take these rusty dusty things and like boil them and stuff and whatnot, right? Electrolysis, which I just thought was about hair. Apparently it removes rust too. You know, and sandblasting and all of that is such a perfect metaphor for the process of spiritual awakening. In the throat chakra, this is your choice. I would say, in terms of what you say to others right now, temper it. That, it's not spit, it's not swallow, it's chew. Until it comes into balance. This could take a while. Tempering your anger. Also remember, tempering is also a cooking thing, right? If you have to deal with like egg yolks, and you don't want them to be scrambled, you add the warmer liquid slowly so that it's gently tempering chocolate, right? And of course we have, as ever, the Two of Cups present in here. So looking at the emotional thread we might have here, what's going on in the heart chakra? Wow! Ma'at, the Justice card in the heart. Uh-oh, Piscadios. I would say that for an angel archetype, the truth is in your heart. The balance is there. Ma'at, if you're not familiar, Egyptian goddess, death goddess, essentially. When you die, she weighs your heart on a scale against an ostrich feather is what's depicted here. That might be different depending on which translation of the Egyptian Book of the Dead you've got or have read. And if your heart is heavier than the feather, well, it depends on who you read. One is that you just have to reincarnate, which is just a womp womp. Womp womp. Right? The other is that your soul gets eaten by a demon. Boy, I'm hoping for number one. Right? I've been back here a bunch of times. I think it's option number one. We're not sure, though. The others is that if your heart is equal to or lighter than the feather, you get to move on to the next world, right? So it's not the Judgment card. It is the Justice card. So there is something about the heart here in the heart chakra. I would say definitely while you're going through this, maybe contemplating your loyalties and what you're willing to wait for, what you're willing to put up with mentally. We haven't gotten to the physical world yet. This is all on the inside. There's quite a bit of alchemy going on here. So truth, really, as I hear, okay, how I would say this is absorb the truth fully yourself before you speak it to somebody else, right? Take the time. Cross your legs, Virgo. You've got the power. My Shiras. Solar plexus. Oh, 8 of Wands in the solar plexus, because we could get a little bit more fiery, but we like the 8 of Wands. This is about personal empowerment, solar plexus, momentum, moving forward in your own personal power, making strides. You're not all the way home. The quest for the golden fleece here in the mythic tarot, Jason and the Argonauts, with dolphins like swimming in the same direction as the boat, right? They got a good I don't want to say stroke. That's not really the right word. Well, they're sailing, not rowing anyway. Anyway, but, you know, to get to the 10, tricky. Second chakra? Oh, there is the 9 of Wands, I was going to say, because they don't quite make it so well to the 10 of Wands in the Jason and the Argonauts, the quest for the Golden Fleece. So they get the Golden Fleece, but at the 9 of Wands, they get stuck on a reef. just almost there, right? Like the last 9 yards. They get to the beach, but the Argo breaks up, and then we have the 10 of wands there. So this may be some defensiveness in the second chakra, very Virgo, right? Cross my legs. Barrier reef. Barrier reef, Virgo, second chakra. Yeah, your guard might be up, right? Right away. You stay away from my wands, right? Boundaries, I would say, particularly with what we've got going on here, heart, third eye, crown, that would make sense. But you're almost there. You're almost at fulfillment. Something here. Let's see what's happening in the root. 5 of swords. 5 of swords here. So there is some perhaps argumentative bickering, some confusion, I wouldn't call it out now chaos, but I would say for Virgos, some mental disinformation. You know, the sun does not rise in the east and set in the west if the planet turns on an axis. Sorry, folks. Ours does. But we all say the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. It's not truth. It just appears true. So there could be a lot of communication going on in the world that is changing fastly, changing quickly. And so for you to have this thing about, again, what is the light here? Helping those in need with no expectation of return. That can be very challenging for a Virgo if there is misinformation or information that's changing very, very quickly. This absolutely could be arguments with groups of people, as well as just mental confusion. So it feels like what's going on here in the lower 3 chakras, though your personal power is engaged, it's not quite hitting the root chakra into physical form yet. But that's okay, because what we got here going on, your only 2 major arcana here are temperance and justice. I think that says volumes. Particularly for Virgos, we're allowed to kind of hold on to this stuff. Perfect example, we are ruled by the intestines, a sifting and sorting device, if you want to look at it that way, right? Pooping out what don't work and integrating what does, right? That's very, very Virgo. And on a microscopic level, you can't get more Virgo than that. And always shifting, always moving, never standing still. Otherwise, it's constipation, and that ain't no fun. So, interesting schemata of energy we have here as a Virgo collective. So, let's get a healing mantra. I've had this deck since it was published by Matt Kahn. He's one of my favorite spiritual teachers, no question. These work if you work them. And, you know, we are ruled by Mercury, my fellow Virgos. So mantras can be very, very healing for us, particularly if they're created for the purpose of healing. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. I call upon the Ascended Masters of Service, which is pretty much all of you, because of this divine family archetype of the angel, helping those in need with no expectation of return can be very, very burnout creating, but expectations are different than attachments. The one may lead to another, yeah. So what is the perfect healing mantra, beloved Ascended Masters, for the Virgo collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading to help us alchemize the angel archetype in the 8th chakra from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, lead timeline to golden timeline, Pisces in the crown, loyalty in the third, temperance, third eye, temperance in the throat, ma'at, justice in the heart, 8 of wands, solar plexus, 9 of wands, sacral chakra, 5 of swords in the root in this timeless chakra read. Soothing impatience, there's nothing to do but wait. That mantra used to annoy me. It doesn't anymore. It really doesn't. It has healed my relationship with time. And wait till you hear what he wrote about it. You don't know. Sitting in traffic, it comes in handy. It's very all sorts. It's like a witch army knife kind of mantra. Soothing impatience. It doesn't mean you're never going to be impatient. You're going to get everything you want when you want it, how you want it. But it certainly allows us to soothe ourselves. So, soothing impatience. There's nothing to do but wait. When impatience is soothed, oh, I don't need that. When impatience is soothed, each perceivable barrier becomes an opportunity to be more aligned with your soul by slowing down. I see that in there. In the soothing of impatience, you no longer see moments of pause or delay as conspiring against you, which is my go-to. Usually, why are you doing this? Right? I almost fired my guides last week because I couldn't find my cell phone. They're like under the pillow on the couch, and there it was, right? Instead, you realize they are giving you time for inner reflection where life's deepest meaning can be uncovered even in the most ordinary of circumstances. And that's what I will say about these lower three chakras here. They're minor arcana. This is ordinary stuff going on. But what's going on in the inside, because of that Pisces in the crown chakra, might seem very extraordinary or extraordinary. This mantra is ideal for becoming more grounded. All right, could be helpful for an earth sign. Easing frustrations with that 9 of Wands in the second chakra and 5 of Swords in the root. I could see that. And releasing blame. Releasing blame, and not to fight against time. Time is my ally. Time is my friend, my companion and lover, beginning to end. And Course in Miracles has quite a bit to say about time and its proper use and what it's for. Highly recommend it. 15 Miracle Principles in the first chapter will blow your mind. So, we got one more card to hit the table. Well, we're soothe impatience here. We're gonna, as I said, the chakra reading cards by Rachel Sharman or Rochelle Sharman. I could see it pronounced either way. Rockpool Publishing, the higher selves of all involved. Now, because of that 5 of Swords there, chances are there are a lot of people involved here. This, depending on your situation, could be dealing with politics, and not just governmental politics, family politics, bickering, right, going back and forth. But the next card is the 6 of Swords, which is that mental journey from choppy water to smooth. So, please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, please, beloved ones, what is the chakra message? Which chakra should the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, let me rephrase that. Which chakra could the Virgo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, tune into, look into, see it as an entry point, an invitation, as well as the affirmation to help us alchemize the angel archetype from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, perdition to paradise, poverty to prosperity, right? With Pisces in the crown, 3 of flames, loyalty in the 3rd eye, temperance in the throat, chomp, 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 Ma'a, justice in the heart, because the groove is in the heart, 8 of Wands in the solar plexus, which feels very empowering, and 9 of Wands in the sacral chakra, which feels very protective, and the 5 of Swords, which feels, well, let's get a nice big $10 word for that, cacophonous. It feels like a cacophony of caca. So please, as we soothe impatience, because there's nothing to do but wait, what do you got for us, higher selves? What's the chakra you would have us tune to for this timeless chakra read? I cannot believe this card has come up again. I cannot believe this card has come up again. You saw how long I took to shuffle, right? You did. You'll testify if an affidavit is sent. Rebirth, card number 2. Let's see. Aries had it. Who else had it? Cancer had it, and Leo had it. That's why I gave it there. Rebirth. People could say, you talk too much and you take too long to shuffle. It's like, not until the card feels right in my hand, because otherwise I would reshuffle that card right now. But I'm not, and it doesn't shock me because I'm also Leo rising. See, check your other signs. It's like, oh, I'm going through a rebirth, am I? great. But this is actually quite lovely. Please take a nice deep breath. For the 4th time in 6 to write. 1, 2. Yeah, this will be our 4th time. That's nuts. Yeah. Please take a nice deep breath. Peter Brady syndrome. You've pulled this card. Oh, the Earth Star Chakra, by the way, Earth signs. This is the one below your feet, but I put the Earth Star Chakra at the center of the planet, the heart of the mother. You've pulled this card as a sign that you are currently undergoing a rebirth. It is a powerful awakening and healing process that comes in many different forms and is a big part of your life's journey. Everything has a divine timing. Nothing lasts forever. Things have a beginning and an end, a divine knowing when it's time to move, create, and time to be still. I guess I know which one we got. Time to be still. Something in your life is ending, and something very positive is awakening within you. It's time to let go of anything that is not supporting you or serving you at this point as you open and receive new energies that are being offered. Moving beyond your comfort zone and into a new sphere of opportunity can be uncomfortable, challenging, or painful. But remember that you are guided and supported by the light of your soul and the universe, which brings positive change and experiences. You may have planted seeds of new opportunity and have been nurturing them, and now it's time for them to sprout, grow, and flower into existence. Be kind and gentle during this process, and be sure to water the seeds with love and graciousness, which comes usually by slowing down. You have been waiting patiently for this time of change and new beginnings to arrive, so bathe in its glory. Start something new or embark upon a project you have been pondering over. There may also be some new inspiration coming through for you at this time. Take a moment to connect with your inner voice and listen to what your soul is sharing with you. And I would think temperance in the throat with ma'at in the heart. There's some deeper soul stuff going on here. You could also be birthing a new aspect of yourself. Whatever the process is for you right now, be sure to embrace this opportunity and enjoy the new energy that is available to you. Well, since I got this one in Leo, I'm going to have to write down this affirmation. I am completely supported in my current rebirth, and I am open to the magic of the universe birthing within me. I don't have kids, I have cats and companies. Soothing impatience, breathe. All right, now I'm just going to say, with this mystical, you got one court card, and when it's inside like that, this is easy for me. I have a Pisces moon. It's saying that, okay, Mark, your Pisces moon is in that crown chakra, very, very mystical, very, very deeply intuitive. That's what allows me to be the mystic that I am in this life, no question. That I happen to have it in the 8th house makes it a little tricky because it is what I do to make money in this world for the most part. So, you know, I could see this angel thing being really important. Are you willing to help without needing anything in return, or at least without expectation of return? I think if you've put a lot out there, this is saying you did the work that you had to do at this point. Soothe impatience, rest. Things are changing on the outside. The languaging may be shifting for you. But regardless, there's nothing to do but wait here. I could see why that 3 of Wands is in the 3rd eye, because it is waiting for your ships to come in. There's nothing to do but wait. But how you deal with that mentally, that's a choice that you have to make, to temper it, to slow down, to be patient, to balance, and to heal, and to keep your heart in balance and just, so you don't burn down the village, or in Virgo's case, earthquake the village. Beautiful earth. So, this makes some sense for sure. I'm going to do what's called a blessimation. Combination of a blessing and a summation. I do in the end of all of my my vids, because it helps me release the reading, but also sends more angelic blessings into the world with a nice Dionysian touch. A little Merlot on the side. Please take a nice deep breath. Although I'm partial to Pinot Grigio. Still point. Okay, here we go. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine For the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers, myself included, watching this video, receiving this reading, may we be blessed with all that we need in our energy field to alchemize the angel into a place of helping those in need with no expectation of return, and doing that really by going with the unconditional love, going with the guidance. It's coming into the crown chakra. Crown chakra intuition is that sense of and then it comes down, and perhaps we need to wait on that for a little bit, right? With that loyalty, really looking at our loyalty structures in the third eye, because that element of air is going to change that element of fire as we think about what we are willing to wait for and what we're not, and certainly to temper our choices, our decisions. Spit, swallow, or chew. That's definitely chew. It feels like we're going to be chewing this on for a while. Maybe we have been chewing this on a while, bringing our heart into a just place. A place of, it's probably past life stuff, man. Probably totally emotional issues, stuff from other lives. Who ain't got that on that? Well, the Dalai Lama probably doesn't have too much of that on his to-do list in this lifetime. But we do. We do have to bring things into balance. This is love is divine power, is the sacred truth of the heart chakra, to bring that divine love without needing to understand it, just to bring it down and bring it into our own energy fields bit by bit while we're waiting, because there's nothing to do but wait, because we are going through a place of empowerment and forward movement. We're ready. We may be chomping at the bit, but one-on-one relationship, maybe the money's not quite there right yet. Maybe something's blocking it. Or maybe the cooperation with another person or thing might not be clicking so well right now, but we're almost there at the Ten of Wands. But in the root chakra, certainly the dynamics are perhaps argumentative, confusing, changing, shifting, new data coming in, old data going out, but we will make our way to that Six of Swords eventually in time, so that we can soothe impatience, help us remember there's nothing to do but wait, because there is a divine timing in everything, and that means everything, and that we can go through our rebirth slowly and surely in order to win this race, getting the golden fleece back home, as it were. So may the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers, myself included as a Virgo sun sign, be blessed that all that we need, with all that we need, all overtones, all dimensions, all chakras, within and without, to be the best that we can be. Serve, fulfill our sacred contracts, what we came to do into this lifetime, for our well-being, for the well-being of planet Earth, for all of nature, for all of life. I guess that covers it all. So, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So would it be. So it is. Hey, I'd rather be an earth sign that has to wait than any other. Just saying. Did you like it? Hit the thumbs up, my Virgs. Help other Virgos find it. Because there's an algorithm on YouTube, but there isn't one on Patreon. You sign up for one of my levels of subscription, you get everything. Past, present, and into the future. So go check it out. It is my favorite service to the world. I mean, those daily check-ins are lovely. I get better and better every time I do it, and I can't remember the last time I lost a day. So come play on Patreon, Virgos. It is a fortress of Virgo power. And to let you know, yes, May 1st, 2023, my company will be 25 years old. I have been charging $100 an hour for spiritual counseling and reading sessions for 25 years. I'm changing my prices May 1st, and I will be making a new video explaining all of that and other ways to kind of shift that, like Lego bricks, putting it together for a service package. But right now, there is a link in the description box, booking a reading with Mal, which will explain everything about how to set it up and kind of how to prepare yourself and all of that in the description box there. Yes, that will be remade, but I'll tell you, if you book me before May 1st, you will get the $100 an hour. You will. A party, it doesn't matter. Even if it's you book it for after, book it by May 1st, you're good. And I'm happy to do it because it's time to upgrade. And it's been a long wait, you know, nothing to do but wait, but the time is coming. And of course, a rebirth is on its way for me in lots of different levels. So hang in there, rise from the ashes. It's not easy, but it's here. The service is here, and you're an angel. So call upon that, speak the truth. And help without expectation of reward. The divine usually balances that out, right? Ma'at. Wishing you all the very, very best, my beloved Virgos. Virgo power. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.